we have esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Suresh Surana, who is the founder of Surana Associate LLP, and obviously the author of the book, none other than Suresh G. Bharwan. We would like to welcome him with a big round of applause. I would like to start with thanking all of you guys for gracing us with your presence at this occasion of launching of this book, which is titled, we are in exciting times in our country. Our political scene as well as advancement of technology has enabled us to new levels. It says that written or printed work consisting of pages glued or sewn together along one side and bound in covers. But book means different things to different people. For certain people, it's hope. Whatever you want to have happen, you can achieve in your life. Another thing, so how did this journey begin of writing this book? In 2011, being the eldest son of my family, I'm extremely close to my dad. I have seen him go through, he had got 3 crore debts, and in a house we had 6 cars, and we had to sell all those 6 cars, and we were almost about to vacate our house. It just becomes a dream. And for people who actually start the business, most of them fail. If you see the person and if you see a society, what causes more change than political scenario is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur can change the society. If you see majority of the changes that are happening in our society today, most of it is because of the entrepreneur. It is because that entrepreneur had identified the need of the market, went ahead and started that business and made a difference in the society. So back in 2011, we started writing the book. So it has been almost 6 years and we are finally here to inaugurate the 110 Nokia Motorola kind of thing. It was very old technology. But today we have a supercomputer and a smartphone. Long time back, there were majority of the people had diseases. Like we asked entrepreneurs or professions who wanted to start a business that what are the challenges you are facing. They said that the biggest challenge is finance. So we have put down a lot of pointers on how to start a business without putting any money up front. This is the exact same system we used to make over 200 successful entrepreneurs. At that point of time, they just had 34 employees. If you have heard about a company like Uber, it is valued over 50 to 60 billion. The value keeps increasing every month. So true entrepreneurs can change the face of business. So I once again would like to thank you for coming to this function. Indri? That name, fame, health and money. It is important to recognize your awesomeness. Society conditions have messed up your minds. Schools have messed us even more. Same subject without understanding what each and every student is good at. To enter into the factory at 9 and leave at 5 and keep doing the same job over and over again. They were expected to just answer questions, go according to law, not talk to neighbors. Today we are in the 21st century. If we do not talk to our neighbors, we will be out of a job. The school curriculum is not relevant anymore. It is your birthright to know what makes you brilliant. See, people get into drugs, alcohol and bad habits because they are not living a life of awesomeness, their true calling. So let us try to find out, what do you love or enjoy doing? So real quick, I want you to write down the answer to these 4-5 questions. Write down the activities that you love or enjoy doing. Not necessarily to make money, and you will keep doing it even if you don't get paid for it. And last, most important, what is one thing you'll be bad at? So write down things that you're not good at so you can eliminate that or outsource it. It's the 6th largest accounting and consulting group in India with 1,300 personnel across. Give a very big hand for the speaker. If you can tell your name and then.
name is Gaurav Kohli, and the answer to the first question, what is your awesomeness? What do you love and enjoy doing? I love conversing with people. What are your core values? I think sensitivity. Core strength is speaking, having conversations, sharing ideas and thoughts with people. And the last one, what we're really bad at, handling people rude and self-centered.
Yeah, this is what call from UG's office. He's left, so he's going to be here the next 5 minutes. Who else would like to share? Sikaji. Give him a big hand.
Rajiv Sikka, integrity and loyalty is the key. What is my core strength? Hard work and ability to accept any challenges in life. One thing I'm really good at, I think it's related to my creativity, and also if something comes across some social cause, that something I'm really bad at, holding my anger.
Okay. Give him a big hand. What is the business you can start out of this?
Interested in investing in the stock market, working on my fitness, sports, and traveling. In terms of values, I think just being very true to myself and retaining my sense of persistence and determination. Core strengths I probably believe are determination and self-belief and being able to overcome adversity. And one thing that I would say I'd keep doing, even which I'm good at, I guess sort of creative, working on this, probably being politically correct and diplomatic. Yeah.
Excellent. So what is the business you can start based on what just?
Well, I mean, if you give me some.
She is the founder of Suresh Surana and Associate LLP, which is amongst the leading accounting and consulting firms in India. RSM India is the 6th largest accounting and consulting group in India, with 1,300 personnel across 11 key Indian cities. By qualification, Suresh is a chartered accountant, graduate in law and commerce, and has a doctorate in business policy and administration. He's also been a member of Investor Protection Committee and International Affairs Committee of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So please give a big round of applause for Dr. Suresh Surana.
So friends, a very good evening to all of you. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Mr. Suresh Barwani and Mr. Harsh Barwani for sharing their insights on entrepreneurship and making this effort to write the book so that all of us can understand more about entrepreneurship. While there are many theories and books on management, but you will not find so much, whether in terms of applications or theories on entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is far more difficult to captivate and explain. What makes an entrepreneur successful? Is it the education? Is it the financial strength? Is it the experience? If you look at the great entrepreneurs around us, if you look at Dhirubhai Ambani, look at Bill Gates, look at Mark Zuckerberg, you will find that none of these, whether education or financial strength or age, it is a precondition. I think we have the chief guest here, so maybe we will just talk about it. Experience or so many other factors are not a precondition. They've defied, entrepreneurship defies any structure or kind of credentials. So is it
Is it the vision? Can the entrepreneur see more than what the rest of the people can see? Can he see what is coming? Is it the rigor in the ancient Indian scriptures?
When I met Mr. Suresh Bhavani for the first time, about I think 10 12 years back, and he shared how he built Jet King as the largest network trading company in India. So in the 90s and early 2000, when India became the information technology engine of the world, we have right now more than $100 billion of exports, and most of it started in the early 90s with Y2K and other problems. Software engineer or doing programming of high-end kind of languages. That was kind of an aspirational job. But what Mr. Bhavani said, that if so many people are going to put computers, you will need network administrators. Somebody has to connect it all together. And it was not seen as a glamorous job, but it was seen as an essential job. So that is how Jet King came into network, when companies like NIIT and Aptech went into the high-end software engineering skills. He focused on the network administrator or the network engineering kind of role. And many of the people who have joined this course were not the brightest students. Many of them were dropout in 12th standard, coming from very modest family backgrounds. Like, in their case, in some of the cases, the parents would be workers or drivers or construction people whose aspiration was to see their son or daughter, wearing a tie and sitting with the bosses. So that was the kind of aspiration which their parents had. So Jet King actually tried that, and they kept the fee very, very low instead of very hefty.
Barwani. We are very lucky to have Piyushji here. In spite of so busy schedule, he is here with his wife Seema ji. Give a big hand. Piyushji is a family friend for more than 3 decades. My father and his father closely worked in erstwhile Johnson. Piyush, being very helpful nature, helped us to sort out bank problems in late 80s when we had issues with our TV venture. Piyush had illustrious career being All India second rank in CA and second rank in law in Bombay University. He is very close to my heart. He is the epitome of learnability. This is a new term being used every now and then. He was very quick to understand intricacies of various ministries like mines, finance, power, coal, and so many industries, including solar energy. It is well-known fact that PUC had done many leadership programs from Yale, Oxford, Princeton, and Harvard. Incidentally, I have also done OPM. Being high on learnability, he accepted my invitation to attend Smart Train, a 3-day workshop on leadership, multiple intelligence, and yoga in 2004, led by me. I am really honored that he is here to launch my book. What is inspiration for writing this book? Benjamin Franklin has said, experience keep dear school, but fools will learn no other. That means that vicariously is a word that you should learn, think lustily. Just like if you see a house in a very good brochure or bungalow in a very good brochure, and you feel like that you are in that house, you are having a swimming pool, you are having fun, and you are dreaming about this. Same thing has to be done to learning. I learned vicariously from my father, my guru, Dr. Jaidev, and Bob Pike in Minnesota. I used to go there every year to learn creative training techniques, which has helped me to make mistakes in my business and make great strides. I want to share my life experience with many entrepreneurs as possible. I hope some budding entrepreneurs take advantage of this and learn vicariously. I have incubated or I have trained, coached 200 entrepreneurs in past 20 years. Some of them are sitting here. We have 15 business partners in Delhi and around, and total 100 in all over India. I have trained hundreds of managers, trained 7 lakh students, and some of them have gone to become successful entrepreneurs who are sitting here. During my lifetime, I want to, through this book, help 1 lakh young budding entrepreneurs and students to be motivated to come to computer center in 6,40,000 villages. I would like my students to go to villages and set up some education computer centers, island of excellence. This book will inspire fresh from college students, professionals who want to be entrepreneurs, already people who are entrepreneurs but stagnating or they are frustrated. Somebody in the group told me that I am frustrated with my current business, what shall I do? I said, read my book. Today, youngsters, yesterday our beloved Prime Minister had said in Smart India Hackathon, today youngsters of India want to be job creator, not job seeker. So this book might come handy in those. In November 14, he had set up Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, MSDE. India today needs to train 40 crore people in next 7 years. Indeed, humongous task cannot be done by government alone. This book will have a bhagidari with government, what is Prime Minister said yesterday. What I want to convey through Entrepreneur's Guide, there are 3 things. There is trinity of success that every entrepreneur should seek to think in 3 terms, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Everything comes in 3. First thing is this book tells you to be curious. After attaining Nirvana, Buddha had gone to one village where the 4 friends came to him and told him, Buddha, they brought one friend who was a blind and told him that this is our blind friend and he is not willing to accept there is a light. So Buddha was very smart. He says there is no point talking to the person who will never agree there is a light. So friends told him that he is insisting that he should be shown light. So if he can't be shown light, we should tap the light. I should be able to listen the light. Light that there is, if I touch the light, it should make some sound. So second friend said that if he says that he can't listen the light, because light cannot be touched or you cannot hear it or you can't do anything. So he said he wants to taste the light. So he cannot taste the light. So finally he said, I can smell the light. You cannot smell the light. So Buddha was very smart, he was intelligent, he was Buddha. We told him, take him to some Vaidya and get him treated, and then there will be nothing to tell him. He will see himself light. So friends were very happy and they took him to Vaidya. After 15-20 days, this guy was operated and got his sight. And he was so ecstatic and he was so happy that he wanted to thank Buddha. So he ran to the first village, second village, and finally caught Lord Buddha in third village and touched his feet, and he said, Lord, I am sorry, I didn't accept that there is a light, but now I can see there is a light. So Buddha said, yes, you were wrong. But one thing, something was great about you. You never accepted the defeat that there is. You never accepted your friends that there is a light. So entrepreneur has to be curious. This guy was curious and got the light, got the eyesight back. So all the entrepreneur has to be curious to understand. The first thing is how to be curious, what I should do. A man can learn only in two ways. One by reading, another by associating with great people like we have on the dais. Visit bookstore every month. Don't order on Amazon. I visit bookstore every month. Buy self-help books like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Make notes. Apply some principle. Make presentation to your colleagues. Be curious. Ask what, where, how things happen and work. Steve Jobs used to say, stay hungry, stay foolish, never be satisfied. Always push yourself. Do things people say cannot be done. So this is first thing you must do. Second thing is ask, not tell. One insurance company appointed some consultant to find out that insurance agents who were selling insurance, they will do very well up to 18 months, and after 18 months, their sale will stop dropping. So they were surprised, why the sale is dropping? What is happening suddenly? 18 months the business is going up, and after 18 months is going down. So they analyze what is happening. So first, when they appointed a salesman, he will go to the houses of people, ask them how many kids, how much mortgage, how much fees you pay for the students, what is your future plan, how much you pay rent for the house. So they used to ask a lot of questions. And after 15 months, that salesman would go to the house of the person. He said, 3 kids, your mortgage is this, and this is my plan for insurance. Now, what happened? Sales started dropping after 18 months. So when you start giving solution rather than asking people, you stop. So entrepreneurs should be curious and ask questions. Whenever I meet my manager, ask questions like, how are you, what's new, what is happening, I will like checking more. Instead of long-winded discussion, in few minutes, I come to grasp the current situation. The message I want to convey is that there will be more failures for the entrepreneurs. Just like me, I have failed in 3rd standard, got double promotion, again failed in radio venture, started TV venture, failed, started TV training program, and today I am at crossroads, trying to stay equanimous. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tattva odhananjaya siddhi siddhyo samobhutva samatvam yoga uchate. Perform action. Every entrepreneur should perform action odhananjaya established in yoga. Renounce your attachment to success and failures. Equanimity, being state of mind, equanimous state of mind, connected to God, is highest yoga. Finally, as our Prime Minister said, that hard work is more powerful than hard work. All your degrees, etc., cannot help you until as an entrepreneur you are willing to put hard work. उद्यमिनी सिद्ध्यन्ति कार्याणि मनोरथे नई सुप्तस्य सेनस्य प्रवेशन्ति मुखे मृगा। उद्यम करने से ही हमारी मनोकामनाएं पूरी होती है, नहीं कि सोए हुए शेर के साथ सोए रहो कि ऑटोमेटिकली हिरनी के घुस जाता है, आ जाता है। Thank you so much. I again want to thank Piyush ji and thank you.
Ministers are better known for hawking headlines than sharing glory with staff and employees for any success story. But not Piyush Goyal ji. A month before Narendra Modi government completes 2 years in office, the Power, Coal and Renewable Energy Minister has sent a thank you note to 10 lakh strong workforce under his watch for bringing a turnaround in a short span of time. He has a brilliant academic record. All India's second rank holder chartered accountant and second rank holder in law in Mumbai University. He was a well-known investment banker and he has advised top corporates on management strategy and growth. He earlier served on the board of India's largest commercial bank, the State Bank of India and Bank of Baroda. He has participated in leadership programs at Yale University, Oxford University, Princeton University, and is currently pursuing Owner-President Management Program at Harvard Business School. He had the privilege of being mentored by stalwarts such as Atal Bihari Vajpayee, former Prime Minister of India. He was also nominated by Government of India to the prestigious task force for interlinking of rivers in 2002. His father, late Ved Prakash Goyal, was the Union Minister of Shipping and National Treasurer of BJP for over 2 decades. His mother, Chandrakanta Goyal, was elected thrice to the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly from Mumbai. He is married to Seema, an active social worker, and has 2 children, Dhruv, working in New York, and Radhika, studying at Howard University, USA. He is a great social worker. Goyal has associated himself with many NGOs. These NGOs provide education to lower section of society and looks after the needs and the welfare of physically disabled people. So I would like to welcome Piyush Goyal ji over here and give a big round of applause for the same.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Suresh ji, for sharing your life story, your experiences, and the lessons learned and unlearned over your long journey as an entrepreneur, as an industrialist, as a trainer, and as someone who's always wanted to give back and share with society. I'm delighted that you've chosen to come up with this guidebook. More so because I have gone through the entrepreneurial journey myself, right from very young days when I was only 17 years old. And can in some sense understand where you come from when you share all your experiences. You were just mentioning about your radio manufacturing unit. Of course, you forgot to mention that it was hugely successful first. I still remember the Jet King radio, and then the Radio Kit was almost a household name in those parts of India. And then of course technology probably overtook you, the advent of television. At that point of time, radio took a beating and possibly the race falls. One can't rise higher. So in that sense, despite some setbacks that you had in the radio business or even in the TV manufacturing business, I'm delighted that you persevered, you continued your entrepreneurial journey, you had the never say die spirit, you were very good. And certainly your Jet King School of Electronic Technology has played a very, very important role. As you just mentioned, coming out with 700,000 students trained and skilled in different areas of electronics or electrical engineering is truly a remarkable contribution to society. And I'm delighted that you've now chosen to also give people a tool in their hand, a ready guidebook, to help them be entrepreneurs. You very rightly pointed out Prime Minister Modi's program, of encouraging job creators, not job seekers. And I think entrepreneurship is all about opportunity, it's all about letting your mind explore new ideas, be willing to fail, willing to rise again from failure, willing to look at new ideas with an open mind. And I'm sure some of the thoughts that you brought out in this book will help people in the future live their dreams, live the vision of their life. In fact, in some sense, they say there's no more loyal friend than a book. And I'm sure this book that you brought out, in a very quiet way, will help your friends in their entrepreneurial journey. I'm sure it will be a wise counselor for the people who are embarking on new ideas, embarking on the journey of entrepreneurship. And just like your own personality, very patient, very calm, very composed, very unassuming. Quite unlike Nandu, of course. But just like your personality, your book in a very, very understated fashion speaks your own journey, speaks about your own experiences, and I'm sure will help people navigate through the minor problems that one faces when you are an entrepreneur. In fact, somebody had once said that I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways not to succeed. And in that sense, entrepreneurship is one dream or something which people with a lot of self-confidence and a lot of perseverance to succeed can only do. It's not something that each and every one can really embark on. I of course didn't know you were so fluent and so good in Sanskrit. That's a revelation today. I wish I could have learned Sanskrit. That would have been great. Your journey of 40 years, I think, has seen it all. And it's only when you experience things that you are able to share it with others. And your sharing of experiences. And in a very nice way, you've used a lot of pictures. As they say, pictures speak 1,000 words. You've used a lot of quotes, a lot of graphs. The language is quite simple. I had an opportunity to glance through the book. It's quite simple in its language, so easy for somebody who's probably just starting out in this journey. And particularly the start, stop, continue tool that you used at the end of each chapter. It'll help the readers to pen down their own experiences, their own learnings, develop their own models, how they want to proceed further in their entrepreneurial journey. And I'm sure these learnings will hold entrepreneurs in good stead when they probably look at facing or confronting the real world. Of course, you were just now talking about various concepts from your book in some way. I thought I found the book broadly centered around 3 parts. One, you talked about the mindset that is required to start a business. Second, you looked at trying to advise people to find the right target market. And third, you talked about scaling up business and business models. Of course, today every business is about customers. Mahatma Gandhi had also said customer is king. And gradually more and more people are understanding that no business can succeed unless your customer is happy, you have a satisfied customer base. We are in this hotel right now. Hospitality is all about customer service. When you are doing your training programs, it's all about the recipients of your training telling their friends, telling other people how good or useful it was. You very rightly reminded me, I didn't recall it immediately, though my wife mentioned while we were driving in here that I've done a program with you. I could not immediately recall it. But I remember now, it was probably soon after the 2004 election defeat, when we were all yearning for new ideas how to get back into success in politics. Because of that. In fact, in the government also, we are trying to bring customer-centric management philosophies in the working of government. Because no organization can be successful unless your customers are happy. In some sense, the public sector undertakings are also reorienting their business models to become more customer-focused. Satisfy customer urges, satisfy customer taste, satisfy customer preferences, provide services at an affordable price at which customers want to accept your service. After all, you can't anymore pass on your inefficiencies to your customer. I very often take the example, if two companies are producing water or bottled mineral water, if one is an efficient company and the other is not as efficient and possibly uses 20% more plastic in their bottle, or skims money from the company and the cost of production is 10, 15, 20, 30% more, uses more labor for instance, wastes some energy, and the cost of production on that inefficient model, if it was to be 20% more, he can't go to the customer and say, look, I'm an inefficient fellow, please pay me 20% more, but help me make a profit. No customer is going to accept that. The public sector undertakings are also understanding this now. Entrepreneurs are competing on the basis of quality, both quality of product, quality of service. And therefore, I am delighted that you focused on being customers and not only job seekers. Almost 6 crore people have been given loans from as small as a small 5,000-10,000 rupee loan to a 10 lakh rupee loan to help entrepreneurs in their business. It could be just a goldsmith, it could be a carpenter, it could be a mason, it could be a hawker on the street, it could be a small retailer having a small corner shop. Different trades, different vocations, different service providers getting these small loans, helping them flourish in life. I recently came across a small example, a lady who only 2 years ago had benefited from a mudra loan of 15,000 rupees to get a sewing machine. I think her entrepreneurial spirit must have been somewhat like yours, because she didn't take that machine and start sewing clothes and become a tailor. She made a coaching center around that sewing machine. She trained 15 other ladies and took a charge by which her entire loan got repaid out of the training of 15 ladies in the first 6 months. Made 15 new entrepreneurs take a mudra loan and then brought them all together into a kind of a startup and started a tailoring activity, which I am told today supports some 30-40 people in less than 2 years. Starting from a single sewing machine, training people to become seamstresses or tailors, and ultimately making this a business model. I must compliment that lady for her vision, not restricting herself to one tailor, one unit tailor shop, or just doing tailoring and maybe earning a small amount of money, but to have the vision to put together a group of ladies and plan to become a larger than what she probably originally would have had the capacity to do. And that's the spirit of India, that's the spirit of young India. And I think that's the spirit of new India that Prime Minister Modi articulated only a few days back. A new India, an emerging India, a powerful India, an India where the youth of this country aspire for a better quality of life, an India which is always at edge, wanting more, as they say, दिल मांगे more. और आप उसी से मांगते हो जिससे आपको लगता है कि उसके पास कुछ देने की क्षमता है.
For our book as well as Jet King and the relationship that we share over the past couple of decades, I would like to invite our joint managing director, Mr. Nandu Bharwani, for closing remarks so that we can end this ceremony today. Give him a big round of applause.
We are indeed grateful to Honorable Minister Shri Piyush Goyal for launching the Entrepreneur's Guidebook by Suresh Parwani. This book gives perspective on pre-proven success formulas on setting up your enterprise. We are also grateful to Dr. Suresh Surana, Mr. Vijay Sampat, press, industry guests, entrepreneurs, lay meridian, hotel for excellent arrangements, and our team from Delhi and our franchisees from North and Delhi. May I invite you all to kindly join us for a dinner. Thank you so much.